welcome back to my channel. Thank you for tuning in. So clearly, today I am going to be reading all of your assumptions about me. All 50. I had to cut this list down massively. Thank you to everybody that participated. Y'all, woo, child. Some of these assumptions are, I'm just like, I am shocked. I am very shocked, but let's get straight into them. It's so crazy because for some of these assumptions, I'm like, is this what people really think about me? Is this how I'm perceived? Is that, you get what I'm saying? It's like, wow. I recommend for everybody to do that. See what people assume about you, because it just shows me that doing like this little assumptions activity. Okay, y'all, but you already know, before we get started, if you are not subscribed to my channel, I would like you to go do that right now, because I got lots of fun content that I plan on getting out to y'all. So subscribe and join our gang. What's good? Thank you very much. Hit like, and I hope to talk to you in the comments because you know I missed a few, but if you comment what you would assume about me, I will respond to you. Okay, assumption about me: you have a tough exterior, but you're really emotional. I'm actually not that much of an emotional person, but I guess I do have like that tougher exterior. I'm not like no crybaby or nothing, you know, but I don't think there's anything wrong with that, with being in tune with your emotions. I feel like as I get older, I become a little bit more emotional. I'm like, wow, all these years and not having no damn heart is finally catching up on me. So that's how I feel like. But I like that. I like being in touch with my emotional side. Like as I get older, I'm like, oh, this is what it's supposed to feel like. You're an extrovert. I can be an extrovert if I know you. So when it comes to like my friends, I'm definitely an extrovert. But if I'm in a room filled with random people, I'm an introvert, and I am so comfortable with being an introvert. Like, say I'm to go out somewhere with my friends and they're just like hanging out, being extroverted and talking to everybody. I'm cool on my own, just whether I'm in my phone or whether like I'm talking to somebody. I don't need to talk to the entire room if I don't feel like it. So I feel like I can definitely be a little bit of both. You care about everything that's said about you. No, not publicly, especially because I'm on a public platform. I am on like a TV screen, so people always have things to say. So I don't really care about like the hate or anything, and I really only care about the love that I receive or anything that my family and my close friends have to really say about me, whether that's good or bad. I will care. That you're stuck up. I'm definitely not a stuck up person. I feel like I know what I like, and that's just that. I know exactly what I want. If you're trying to give me chocolate ice cream and I'm like, no thank you, I don't like chocolate, I like strawberry, that's not stuck up. That's just me knowing what I like or knowing what I don't like. You have an RBF. Okay, I see where these questions are headed. I would say that, yeah, I've heard that a lot, that I have the resting face. I mean, doesn't every girl have one? I can have an RBF for sure, because y'all know sometimes with being a woman, sometimes I don't always want to be approachable, because you know, ladies, y'all know how these men can be out here sometimes. Like, I've been in situations where like people just come up to me, touching me, grabbing me, and I'm just like, whoa, sir, I don't know you. So sometimes like I'm from the East Coast. Ain't nobody over there really approachable. Have you ever been to New York? We just got tunnel vision on that East Coast, and we just getting to where we gotta go. But living down here in Houston is so different, because everybody wants to talk to you and have conversations with you, which is really cool too. You always look flawless. No, I do not, y'all. That is a lie. All right, I don't get dressed up and do my makeup all the time, especially that we in a panoramic, a Pythagorean theorem. I do not look flawless all the time. Nah, not at all. I'm comfortable with how I look, whether I'm at my best or whether I'm at my worst. So to me, it's no flaws in being imperfect. So like how I did that, don't you? You want to get married soon. I do want to get married someday, you know, so define soon. I'm not rushing that at all. I'm enjoying my relationship and where it's at right now, but I'm not in no rush to do nothing but work on myself and my business, and you know, just working on me as an individual. Like I'm good where I'm at, but someday, absolutely. Your parents are from Africa or the islands? Yes, absolutely. We are Jamaican. My family's Jamaican, so yes, that is the island that we are from. Sometimes when people hear me talk, they're always like, what do I hear? You have an accent. I'm like, maybe you heard the little Jamaicanness in me creeping up. My family, like me and my siblings, we are first generation Americans. So my parents, they fresh off the island. You were bullied growing up, and that's why you have such thick skin and confidence. No, I was not bullied growing up. I think I have such thick skin and confidence because that's just how my parents raised me. My parents raised me, you know, telling me that, hey, you are beautiful. Despite what the world may tell you, being black is beautiful. You're a queen. So it's so funny when people are always like, she's a self-proclaimed queen. No, that's how I was raised. These are the things that my parents instilled in me. And people think you're mean. Yes, I would say that is definitely one of the assumptions that people make about me. People are sometimes scared to approach me, and they're like, you look so mean. But from the moment that you say hello to me, it's like, oh my God, I love you. It's so crazy that people have that perception of me. I think it's the resting bee face that I can have sometimes, why people might think that I'm mean. But no, I don't think I'm mean. I think I can be very like stern, and I know what I want, but I don't like being mean to anybody. Sometimes though, I can take accountability that sometimes when I say things because I'm so stern, it can come off in a tone where it's just like, what you being mean for? But that's never my intentions to ever be mean to anybody. Not at all. You only care about your Patreon subscribers and not the YouTube ones? No! That is not true. Y'all, to be honest, I just moved here a little bit over a month ago. It's probably been about like 6 weeks, and I'm just still settling in. Y'all know I just got back from filming. After I got done filming, we had to prepare to move. Now I'm moved. I'm still trying to furnish my place. All I got's a couch to throw in a plant, okay? We just got the bed, so I'm happy we ain't sleeping on this couch anymore. But y'all, I'm trying to roll out the content. This is for YouTube, but I do want to keep rolling out content for you guys. So let me know what y'all want to see. Comment it below. Hey, comment it below. You think you're the strongest girl on season 36? So challenge question. No, I absolutely don't think I'm the strongest girl on season 36. Like muscle-wise, fitness-wise, absolutely not. I can name a couple girls that are absolutely stronger than me, and I have no problem doing that. Like it's so funny because I'm confident in myself and my skills and what I can do. People take it as I think I'm better than everybody. That's absolutely not the case. Do I think that I'm one of the most well-rounded players in that house? Absolutely. And I pat myself on the shoulder for that, because sometimes I am more well-rounded than even, not just with the girls, but sometimes with the guys too. And I take pride in that because I represent for the women, like who wouldn't love a girl that can sometimes, outsmart the boys? That's my whole purpose. It's not just for me. I'm just trying to represent for all of us women out here. I definitely do not think I'm the most strongest girls. Well-rounded, yes. So that means a combination of being strong, being smart, being political, and being social. Not everybody has all of those attributes. Some people it's just all strength. Some people are strong and they got a good social game. Like, you have a lot of friends. Some people are strong, so they can perform in a challenge. they're pretty social, they got a couple friends. Political, that means they know how to make game moves, and you know, I think I fall under that category where I got like a good balance of everything, which is why I think I'm kind of well-rounded. And not everyone is, and it's nothing wrong with that. It's nothing wrong with that. I've seen people that aren't strong make it all the way to the end, or people that aren't smart, or you know, people that only got one of those things that make it all the way to the end. But everybody plays differently, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's the whole point. You rich because of your lifestyle on IG. I'm just trying to make it out the hood, you feel me? Well, I am definitely not rich at all. I think that's a huge misconception that people have about people that have been on TV. Just because you've been on a screen, that does not equate to like money at all. So I just really want y'all to remember that. Like, a lot of us in the real world, especially from the challenge, like, we have real lives, real jobs, and we do all of that. Like, we work, you know, but sometimes we take off of work and we also entertain y'all. Listen, I am trying to be where the money resides, come on. I definitely do want to be where the money resides, but I ain't rich yet. Monique and Karen are your favorites from Real Housewives of Potomac. Okay, all right. So y'all, I literally just binged all, what was it, 5 seasons? Queen Karen, period. That's what I do have to say about that. Monique, I feel like I started liking her towards like the end of season 5, because I feel like at first she was just trying to fit in with everybody, but at the end of season 5, where she was just kind of like, all right, I ain't really friends with none of y'all, and she was holding her own. That's what I liked and respected about her. So with Monique, I liked her towards the end of season 5, but just from watching when she was first on the show, I'm like, you know. And I do love Giselle too. I really do. Like, that show, I think it's about being really messy, and I think Giselle's pretty messy sometimes too. But I would say Karen is my favorite if I had to choose one. And Wendy be reading people to filth too. Oh, okay. You live in NYC. Who, child? Can somebody tell this child that I live in Houston now? I just moved though, so I'm gonna let you slide. I don't. I live in Houston. It's even in my Instagram bio. Houston. That you're pregnant. But I am not pregnant. Okay, you tried it. Y'all be wanting me to be, but go worry about somebody else's ovaries and not mine. You're standoffish. I can be standoffish, and it's because I'm the type of person, I go off of people's vibes and people's energies. So sometimes I can walk into a room, right, with all the intentions to be social, but sometimes just naturally I'm not. And when I know that I'm not, it's just like maybe my energy notices something before like my mind and the rest of my body does. But sometimes that's what happens. Sometimes I can be the most social person in a room, and sometimes it's just like, you ain't meant to be over there. You meant to be right here, you know. So I go based off of vibes, and I'm happy that I have that instinct and intuition. It's a very crazy world. So I think being standoffish is just kind of it's a safe thing to do, you know. And I want to protect my peace. So it's not because I don't like people. It's not because I'm trying to be mean. It's because I do believe and take pride in protecting my peace. You're sad that you won't be able to compete with Lee anymore. No, I am not. He's done his time, and I completely respect his decision to do that. I know the backstory, you know. I know that he's just ready to live his own life for himself, and I support it. I absolutely support it. I mean, yeah, I ain't gonna lie. It can be sad, because that's the one person that I've ever really 100% trusted in the game. So to possibly in the future not to have that anymore, it is sad, but it's cool. I would rather just look out for myself. I'd rather play one game than 2. So it ain't all that crazy. Next question. You keep your guard up. I definitely can keep my guard up, because sometimes I'm afraid of getting hurt, you know. I don't want to let my guard down sometimes and let people in, because I guess I'm just afraid of what can be on the other side. Like, will somebody use that against me, or will I get hurt? You know, I don't like being hurt, y'all. That's why I got a tough exterior. You can eat whatever you want and not gain weight. Listen, if that was the case, if that was the case, I would be happy. That is my boyfriend. That ain't me. I wish. But sometimes when I do put on a few pounds, it's like, all right, cool. Like, that's fine. Don't be too hard on yourself about it. And when it's time for me to really work for it, I gotta work for it. You don't actually like any of the people from the challenge. Listen, okay, I'm gonna say this. There's only a few people I talk to outside of the show. Because think about it, it's 30 people from 30 different walks of life. If I met half of these people in real life, neither of us would ever be friends. You get what I'm saying? And there's nothing wrong with that. I do love the idea of meeting all these people from different walks of life. It's really cool because I get to hear their stories and see things from their perspective. But no, I don't talk to a lot of people outside of the show. When I'm at home, I focus on my life and what I got going on here in my life. If somebody aligns with that, or if, you know, we have common interests, cool, yeah, I'll talk to them. But it's like, I have no business talking to certain people in real life. Trust me. You eat hella spicy food. Yes. Oh my gosh. I am Jamaican, so we just love our spicy food. Jerk chicken. We cooking everything with Scotch bonnet pepper. I cook everything with cayenne pepper too. I love spicy food. You know, I feel like because I eat so much spicy food, that's probably why I never really be getting sick like that. So maybe that's the trick. You're a secret foot model. You know what? Why? Like, because if I was, you would probably want to, you think I probably have like some type of foot OnlyFans or something, don't you? Well, the answer is no, I do not. At first, people think you aren't nice, but you're actually a sweetheart. Yeah, I can definitely say I do have a few friends that have told me like, yo, like I did not think we would like each other upon meeting you for the first time, or I used to think you were scary, but you are just the most humble, down-to-earth person ever. I've gotten that a lot. So that just shows you to never judge a book by your cover. And sometimes that's why I'm standoffish, because I'm not gonna give everybody access to this good energy. I have a thing about me to where if anybody's around me, I'm the type of person where I constantly motivate you and encourage you and listen to you, because I don't want to always have to be pouring into somebody else's glass, because sometimes you don't get your glass poured back into. So I protect my peace, y'all, and that's the truth about it. That's how I am. You can ask anybody that knows me. I'm always just trying to encourage everybody, so that takes a lot. Do you approve of Leroy saying Double Agents is going to be his last season? I sure do. That's his business. He can make his own decisions, and I absolutely support it. You had to deal with a lot of stuff to become the confident woman that you are today. No, I'm confident because this is just what my parents instilled in me. They instilled in me certain values. It all starts at home. You know, I think you can tell a lot about a person from how they grew up. I did not have to go through, you know, the worst struggle or whatever to have confidence. Like, no, my parents instilled all of these things into me. Confidence, a good work ethic, how to treat people. A lot of things were just instilled in me, and I'm happy that they were. You always ready to throw hands? No, I am not. That is completely false. So with me being a black woman on reality TV, usually the perception of us is that we're always fighting, arguing, yelling. You get like, there's a certain stereotype that always gets portrayed about us, and I do not want to fall into that stereotype. We were just talking about the Real Housewives, and for perfect example, like when that fight had happened, they were in season 5, if you're all caught up. When the fight had happened, they was just like, damn, like we really did not want to make that stereotype come true. So with being on the challenge and how I carry myself, it's because I know how black women are normally viewed, and I want to prove to not just myself, but to the younger generation watching, and just to anybody watching, No, we're not all just about being ratchet and fighting and yelling and screaming. We can be smart. We can come up with master plans. We can empower other women. We can not talk down on people. I feel like in the challenge, yes, I'm very headstrong, but I support the other players and I don't talk down on anyone. And I feel like we need to see more black women in that light. And not that I'm no, like, oh yeah, you're the best role model. I'm not saying that at all. I'm not perfect. I'm damn sure not perfect, but I do not need to throw hands and just fall victim to that stereotype. I don't even like arguing. I'm not a confrontational person. I can hold my own, but I hate yelling and screaming and rah rah rah, all of that. That's not me. I don't like it. You're full of yourself. I mean, we should all be full of ourselves. We should all have self-love and be fulfilled with oneself. With people being full of themselves, I feel like that's viewed as a bad thing. You should be fulfilled with yourself, right? Are y'all understanding what I'm saying? I'm okay with me. I'm okay with myself. So I don't think anything is wrong with that. You're the mom friend of the group. Absolutely. I'm huge on having girls' night with my closest girlfriends, and I'm definitely the mom. I'm like, did you eat? Your glass is empty. Let's pour up. Let's fill that back up. Are you gonna get home safe? Are you tired? Do you need anything? Or maybe I'm just a great entertainer. No, I'm definitely the mom of the group because I'm just like the super responsible one. And I don't know, that's just how I am. You were born in Jamaica. Yes and no. All right, so what had happened was I was not born on Jamaica, the island, but I was born in Jamaica, Queens, at Jamaica Hospital in Queens, New York. And I'm Jamaican. See what I did there? You were the it girl in high school / college. No, I actually wasn't. All right, so it's so funny, right? Growing up in school, I was the girl that I knew everybody and I was cool with everybody. Never had beefs with nobody. Never really like got into no fights. I've never been bullied. I was cool with everybody. So it's like, whether it was the nerds, the popular kids, whoever, like I was just cool with everybody. I got along with everybody. And I wasn't cliquey at all either. In high school, I just did what I came there to do. I'm like, how do I get out of high school? How do I finish even faster? So everybody was cool with me. I don't think I was ever a part of like, oh, the popular clique. Like I was just never cliquey, you know. I feel like I've always just was comfortable within myself and just holding my own. I remember in high school, not to get off topic, but in high school, I didn't even have a lunch period. I did not want to, because lunch, lunch in high school is just like social hour. I didn't even want to have lunch because I'm like, I would rather take an extra class. And sometimes, so my elective was cooking, so I would still get to eat. I would still get to eat, but I was just like, all right, how do I get out of high school? Because this ain't it. Like, I was not ever for the high school drama, none of that while I was in high school. So you're 5'9" without heels. You were so close, just an inch off. I'm actually 5'8". So yes, I am a tall girl. You're reserved but outgoing around your friends. That is so true. Y'all, when I'm with my friends, all we do is laugh. I talk in so many different accents and voices, and we just be laughing and having a good time. Like my friends, they see me with my guard down, you know, like they definitely do. They see another side that an hour worth of TV editing doesn't get to see. You're very organized. So this is true and false. So I'm very clean. Like I'm a very clean person. Like I like when my countertops smell like Clorox, you know, like that bleach smell. I'm very clean, but sometimes I can be a little bit messy. I'm the type of person where I will clean something spick and span, and then within 5 minutes, by the time I'm done straightening my hair, boom. It's like a tornado done ran through the room, because getting ready is a process. Even brushing my damn teeth is a process. The whole bathroom looks like a tornado. You want to get married soon. Y'all in this marriage questions. I do want to be married someday, okay? Okay, when somebody gets down on one knee, then we'll talk, all right? And y'all will know. Y'all will know when it happens. But even then, if I was to get engaged, I would not be in no rush to be married, because I would want to, I'm the type of person where it's like I enjoy where I'm at. So with having a boyfriend, I'm enjoying being a girlfriend, you know, and I would want to enjoy a fiance, then I would want to enjoy a husband. I'm just taking my time, because you never know what tomorrow has in store. You know, I'm enjoying my time without children. What, I be waking up, I'm like, what's that? What was that? Nothing. Silence, you know. So I'm just enjoying every single moment. I think that's really important to do, especially when you're a woman in your 20s. Like, don't be rushing. I'm trying to enjoy just building my empire and growing my business. That's what I want to focus on. You miss your girls, Kaylin, T, and Kaylee. I love my girls. I miss them so much. I do. Miss my girls. The reason you always kill it on the challenge is because you did sports in school. Who said that? Who said that? Listen, y'all, I have had a job since my sophomore year of high school. Yeah, yep, because I had Miss Fisher for math. Was that? Yep, that was sophomore year. So since sophomore year, I had a job. I never really cared about sports, because I'm like, how do I make my money and how do I get up out of here? How do I finish school faster? It's so crazy, because I was always good at school. I've always, throughout all of high school, I've always been on the honor roll, but I'm just like, this ain't it. This ain't for me. You know. And it all makes sense. It all makes sense now that I'm older. You know, when they ask you in high school, like, oh, what you want to be when you grow up, a doctor, a lawyer? This, I'm just like, this ain't it. You know. Even though I went to school, y'all know I have 2 degrees, but my field that I think in high school I've always wanted to do was business, and I feel like where I went to high school, they never really touched on entrepreneurship enough, you know. And with me going to school, going to college, going to my university, it's helped me as an entrepreneur a lot. You know, it's taught me a lot of discipline. I would say with school, I have the most discipline. So even sometimes now being done with school, I'm so happy that I'm done with school, but sometimes when I procrastinate, I'm like, see, Cam, you need to go back to school, because that'll have you so disciplined. So that's definitely something I don't regret school instilling in me, which is discipline. You're an icon, a legend, and a main character in Double Agents. Oh my God, ow, my back hurts from carrying Double Agents. No, I'm just playing. I'm just playing. But thank you. That was an amazing assumption. You're a girl's girl. Can't you tell? Like, everything I do is just for like girl power and just empowering women, like, just since forever. And I just always want to prove, like, just women, just we the best. Like, we the best. If nobody told you you the best today, I'm just letting you know that you are, okay? Period. And make sure you watch this every single day. Just that little part right there. You are the best, and I love you. You make Leroy do all the cooking. If he did all the cooking, I would be eating eggs every day, because that's all that man knows how to cook. Is he put some butter in a pan and crack some eggs and just whip them up. Okay, so no, he does not. He rarely cooks, especially that I'm around. I noticed that anytime, because you know, when we were long distance, whenever I would come around, that's when he would start gaining more weight, because I'm like, yeah, I'm feeding you good, aren't I? Ain't I? You and Leroy always had a spark since your rookie season. Yes, I can definitely agree to that. That's where it all began. You don't want kids. I do want kids someday for sure, but I'm enjoying my time to where I don't have any little ones. I have nieces and nephews, so those are my kids for now. And I'm not in no rush to have any kids. I'm not. You're the oldest sibling. Kind of true. So I do have an older brother that's 2 years older than me, and I'm the oldest girl. I have 2 younger sisters. It's so crazy how my parents spaced us out. So my older brother, he's 2 years older than me. Then my 2 little sisters, we are 7 and 13 years apart. Like, why would you do that? Why you, I don't like that. That's what I be telling my mom. Like, I feel like when you have kids, not that I could tell any woman how to be a mom, so let me shut up and not even say anything, because it be the people with no kids that always got something to say, right? But I'm gonna still say it anyway. But I just feel like with my mom, I'm like, I wish she would have made us a little bit closer in age, because I felt like more of a mom to my little sisters than a sister. With siblings, we supposed to get in trouble with each other, not like chaperoning each other. Don't do that. Don't do that. It should be, what you doing? I'm gonna go do that with you. You know, that's how it should be. But with me being like nurturing and motherly, I'm just like, you did that homework yet? What them grades looking like? I'm telling. You get what you want. I really do, and it's kind of scary. Your mind is a very powerful thing. So for me, everything that I've ever wanted, I've gotten it in some way or another. So it just shows me the power of my mind and what I attract. So I'm like, positive thoughts, think positive thoughts, because that job is important. Sometimes it can be a struggle to stay positive all the time. Like, that's impossible. Don't trust nobody that's always acting happy all the time, because that ain't real. That is not real. Don't nobody always have it together. I appreciate the moments where I am in a positive, happy mindset, because it's just like, okay, cool. Like now I'm gonna think of everything that I would want. You would cut Kyle's testicles without hesitation for turning on an alliance. I don't know about all that, and no, because when you go into the challenge, expect nothing from nobody. Don't trust anybody. And since I go into the challenge with that mentality, there's nothing that nobody could do that would make me be shocked. So I really don't care. I really don't. You want a big wedding. It's so funny because Lee and I, we have definitely talked about that. I would want something small. His ass said he would want something big, but I'm just low key. I'm like, all right, I'll probably have like 20 people on my little guest list, because I would rather a very small and intimate setting. You're high maintenance. No, I'm the most low maintenance person ever. Have you watched the challenge? I'm probably the only girl that don't wear makeup every day. Not knocking nobody, but it's because I am lazy. It's not because I'm like, oh, check out my skincare routine. It's because I am very lazy. I think this season, me and Casey was probably the only girls that did not wear makeup every day. Well, yeah, she didn't really wear any at all. I only wear them for my interviews, you know, because when it's time to be a girly girl, I'm all here for it, but I'm not high maintenance. You always smell amazing. You know what? This is so true. And I'm talking about just like my natural body odor, my pheromones, something, because I notice, well, this is before Corona, people will always, like, whenever they're next to me, they're like, yo, you smell so good. What do you have on? I'm like, nothing. I really don't wear perfume like that. Sometimes even if I don't have any deodorant on, I really won't smell. And I think it's because I just be drinking so much water. My mom has told me that I smell like lemons because I drink so much lemon water. Like the lemons are coming through my pores, which is not a bad thing at all. You're always brutally honest, and some people can't handle it. Okay, so there is a difference from being brutally honest and being honest. I feel like you should not be brutal when being honest, because you can hurt somebody's feelings, and that's not nice. I was the type of person, you know, in my little younger days, not that I'm old right now because I'm young, and that's why Mary had a little lamb, but see, I know the slang because I'm young. But yeah, at first I used to use the whole, oh, I have no filter excuse to say anything to anyone how I wanted to say it, but that's not nice, you know, and I can take accountability for that. Like, sometimes, I've learned to ask people if they want to know my opinion, because sometimes people just want to vent. They don't want to know your opinion. Sometimes I ask, okay, like, and if they do want the truth, I'll say it as nice as I can. Or if it's one of those situations where it's like you need a wake-up call, I will tell you the truth, but we have to have that type of relationship to where I can do that. I'm not about to just meet somebody and be like, oh, you this and this, because you don't know what somebody's going through or what they can handle or not. So no, I try to be considerate of people's feelings. If you, Bailey, and Davon were on a season, you would be an alliance trio. And that's a fact, okay? That is a fact. I was kind of hoping both of these ladies would have done double agents, but they weren't. But I know that if they would have been, that would have been an alliance that the challenge has never seen. For a fact. Shout out to those queens. Last question, you're low-key a comedian. That is so true. So one thing about me, I love to laugh. Like, I love laughing. If where the joke's at, that's where I want to be at. I just love laughing. Like, who doesn't like having a good time? Doesn't nobody want to be stuck up all the time? And I think that is one of the reasons why me and Leroy were initially attracted to each other, just because of that. We just love to laugh. We were always just saying jokes, and he would get the joke, or if he said a joke, I would get the joke. And we started out just with that friendship, or me and any of my friends, we just always laughing. I've also noticed you guys that are subscribed to our Patreon, shout out to y'all, by the way, shout out to our patrons. Y'all get to see how I interact with other people in real life, you know, not through the TV screen, and everybody is like, yo, y'all are so funny. So that's hilarious. So if y'all want to see content with us, make sure you subscribe to that, and I will also link that below. And those are all of the assumptions about me. Thank you guys so much for participating. I love you, and I will see y'all next time.